Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to do some simple programs in Python. Okay, so my first program would be in Python is to input a welcome message and display it. So how to display the welcome message in a Python. Okay, so for this, so we need to open ideally. So this is the editor we use, right? So here I'm going to create two variables. So one will be name, which is equal to input. So means we don't know which value the user is going to be enter the name, right? So next I want to make it as a message as a variable. So input of what? So message, enter the message, right? So these are the two variables I want to create here, right? So next is what? So I want to print. What do you want to print? So I want to print the first what? So this is an optional print. Welcome. I want to pass here as a name as an argument, which user has entered here. Okay, whatever the name user enters this input, that will be stored to this argument, that is a name which I have passed in a print. So one more print function. Next what? So I want to use a name. So how it displays, I'll show you. So name says, so what? So I want to make it as a message. Okay, so let us run this. How it works will show you. So we'll take message, so run it. So enter the name. So I'll use Sidhu. Message what? I want to press welcome. Okay, so welcome Sidhu. Sidhu says welcome. Okay, so this is how we create display the welcome message. See, first line says that enter the name. So I have entered as a Sidhu. Enter the message. So I have entered the message also welcome. Next, while printing. So while printing, welcome is going to be printed as usual, but this name, whatever the name I have used in this first line, that is an input of a name, so that is going to be displayed here, right? So again the name is going to be displayed. What message you have added to this inputting the value, that message is going to be printed as a welcome. So simple code. So or else you can also print value like so this. So number of ways are there to print the name, display the welcome message. See, for example, a is equal to input of welcome. Okay, so next what? I want to print a here, right? So run it simply. So we are using a simple method to display the welcome, but I want user to enter the value, right? So for that, so we have used that code. So means we have created two variables, name and message, right? So this is my first code, simple one. And the second one is input two numbers and display larger or smaller number. So for this I need to open one more file here. Let me go with num1 is equal to input of what? Sorry, so before that we don't know whether it is a integer they have given or floating point. So let me take it as a floating point only. So for both it will take input. What I need to enter the first number, right? And next is one more value I need to enter. So num2 is equal to float input of enter the second number, right? Now I need to compare these two values. Okay, so we don't know user which value are going to be entered as a larger here. Okay, So let me use an iteration here, that is a if statement. If my num1 is greater than num2, if my num1 is greater than num2, then what? The largest we are going to be stored in where? Num1, right? Else part what? Else the largest number will be num2, right? Then I want to print what? Sorry. Then I want to print what I want to print. So I want to print here the largest number is what? Largest I need to pass. Okay, so let me save it first. So 2 we can take. Okay, so next let me, it is closed. Okay, we'll open it. So in the desktop I have saved it as a 2. Okay, 2. Okay, num1 largest, and print the largest as a largest. Let me run this. Okay, enter the first number, I will take it as a 12. The second number is 13. Now the second number is greater than the 12th one. The largest number is a 13. So how this logic works? See, so num1 is greater than num2 I have taken. So user may enter any value as a num1 and num2. If it is greater than or equal to num2, then what? It should be printed as a num1 as a greater. Okay, or else the num2. Only two values are there. Either this one or either number 1 or number 2 is going to be a greatest value. See, for smaller one, so just interchange this one, save it and go to the run. So before we run, it should be what? Smallest, right? It should be the smallest. Next, this one should be smallest. Go to run. So 2 and 1. The largest number is 1. It is showing. So it should be the error message. The smallest number is a 2. It should. Right, let me take 1 2. The smallest number is a 1. Okay, so for smaller and for greater you can use the same code, but only thing is that you should interchange the assignment operator, that is a conditional operator, less than and greater than, right? So this is the second program we have used. And for third one, input 3 numbers and display the larger or smaller number. Input 3 numbers, for this one only will do. Input 3 numbers, what is that? Input 3 numbers and display larger or smaller number. Okay, so for this one only, so we'll take one more statement here, num2. So third number, right, and it should be 3 here. If num1 is greater than num2, there is one more value, that is what? Num1 and 3 is also there. Then what? I should use AND as an operator key here, and one more statement I should pass. Num1 is greater than or equal to 3, right? Then what? The largest is going to be the number 1, right? So I need to here use as a else if part, because too many functions, multiple functions, if you want to use in a same loop, then you can use a else if, right? So remove it. Else if copy this one, if my num2, it should be greater. Okay, if my num2 is greater than num1, and once again num2 is greater than num3, right? Num3 is greater than num3, then it should be what? Largest once again. So largest will be num2. Okay, so if these two are done, then the last one is else. Else part I have to use, because so there is no other number, then I can use directly as a num3 as the largest here. Largest will be what? Num3. Okay, so no need to use a else if part once again, because already we have taken num1 is greater than num2 and 3, and num2 is greater than num1 and num3. Only left number is 3, that is a num3. Okay, so this should be what? Largest. Okay, so it should be changed to the large. Save it once again, go to run. Okay, enter the first number 2, 3 and 4. So the largest number is 3, it is showing. Why? It should be fourth one. It should be fourth. Let me run it once again. Sorry. Once again I did close it. 3. Okay. Let me run it. So 2, 3 and 1. The largest number is 3. Now it is working. Okay. So the largest number is 3 here. Right? For the smaller number, you can just change the values. Say for example, if num1 is less than num2 and num1 is less than num3, then it should be what? Smallest is equal to num1, then it is a less than, then this should also be less than, then what? The smallest will be num2, then automatically if two numbers already compared, we can use a num3 as a smallest by default. So this should be smallest here. We go to run. 1, 2, 3. 1 is going to be smallest number. Okay, so it is working. So when I use a AND as a key here, if I use a AND as a key here, then this both statement should be true, then only it works. If I use a OR, means any one of the statement, if it is true, then it returns the smallest is equal to num1. So these things I have explained already in a conditional and assignment operator. So for more information you can go to those videos. Okay, so in this class we have completed how to display the welcome message and how to compare the two numbers and to display larger as well as a smaller number. Then third one is inputting three values and displaying larger and smaller number among the three values. Okay, so in next class we'll do some other programs. Till then, thank you.